Live interviews are where celebrities shine, or self-destruct. What's supposed to be a polished PR moment sometimes turns into a complete train wreck. Awkward silences, walkouts, fiery clapbacks, or straight-up chaos. Today, we're counting down 10 celebrity interviews that went horribly wrong. Ready to cringe? Let's jump in. Number 10. Jesse Eisenberg versus Romina Puga. It was supposed to be a light promo for Now You See Me, but Jesse Eisenberg turned his interview with Univision's Romina Puga into an unwatchable mess. Eisenberg mocked her questions, corrected her phrasing, and generally came across as arrogant and condescending. What made it worse? Puga later posted a blog saying she cried afterward and felt humiliated. Eisenberg's sarcasm may have been misunderstood, or just mean, but the interview instantly went viral as a masterclass in how not to treat your host. Number 9. Tom Cruise on The Today Show. In 2005, Tom Cruise sat down with Today Show host Matt Lauer to promote War of the Worlds. What started as a simple Q&A quickly spiraled into a bizarre, uncomfortable lecture on psychiatry and prescription drugs. Cruise called psychiatry a pseudoscience, attacked Brooke Shields for taking antidepressants, and repeatedly interrupted Lauer with an aggressive, "You don't know the history of psychiatry, I do." Viewers were stunned, and so was Lauer. The incident tanked Cruise's public image for years and marked the beginning of his reputation as Hollywood's most unpredictable interviewee. Number 8. Cara Delevingne on Good Day Sacramento. When Paper Town star Cara Delevingne joined Good Day Sacramento for a satellite interview, things went downhill fast. The anchors asked condescending questions like, "Did you even read the book?" and criticized her tone for not being more excited. Cara clapped back with subtle sarcasm, but after a few more awkward moments, the station abruptly ended the interview mid-broadcast. The anchors insulted her on air, calling her moody and unprofessional. Fans came to Cara's defense, accusing the hosts of being rude and sexist. Either way, it was super uncomfortable to watch. Number 7. Kanye West's meltdown on Sway in the Morning. Kanye West has had his fair share of unhinged interviews, but his 2013 appearance on Sway in the Morning is legendary. Midway through the conversation, Sway gently questioned Kanye's fashion business tactics. Kanye exploded, "You ain't got the answers, Sway!" The viral catchphrase was born. But so was an incredibly tense moment that showed Kanye's sensitivity, ego, and volatility all in one. To his credit, Sway kept calm, but the interview remains one of hip-hop's most chaotic soundbites ever. Number 6. Paris Hilton walks out on Good Morning America. In 2011, Paris Hilton was doing promo for her reality show when GMA host Dan Harris asked if her moment had passed. That didn't sit well. Paris froze, visibly irritated, then walked off camera mid-interview. She eventually returned, but the damage was done. Critics called the interview a PR disaster, while fans defended Paris for refusing to entertain a disrespectful question. Either way, the tension was so thick, you could cut it with a diamond-encrusted flip phone. Number 5. R. Kelly explodes in interview with Gayle King. In 2019, amid mounting sexual abuse allegations, R. Kelly sat down for a CBS This Morning interview with Gayle King, and it quickly spiraled into meltdown territory. R. Kelly shouted, cried, stood up mid-interview, and repeatedly denied the accusations in a chaotic, emotionally charged display. Meanwhile, Gayle King sat stoically, calmly waiting out his tantrum, like a pro. The interview became a defining moment in the public downfall of R. Kelly, and King was praised for her composure during one of the most volatile sit-downs in television history. Number 4. Robert Downey Jr. walks out on Channel 4 interview. In 2015, Robert Downey Jr. sat down with British journalist Krishnan Guru Murthy to promote Avengers Age of Ultron. But things quickly went off the rails when the interviewer brought up RDJ's past with drugs, jail, and political views. Downey grew increasingly uncomfortable, finally saying, "You seem okay, but this is just getting a little Diane Sawyer," before standing up and walking out. It was a mic drop moment that fans applauded, calling out the journalists for going off topic, but also a clear sign that even the coolest stars have their limits. Number 3. Meg Ryan versus Michael Parkinson. One of the most painfully awkward interviews ever aired was between Meg Ryan and veteran British host Michael Parkinson. Promoting In the Cut, Ryan was icy, disengaged, and monosyllabic throughout the sit-down. Parkinson appeared irritated, asking at one point, "What would you do if you were me?" Ryan snapped back, "I'd just wrap it up." The interview became infamous for the obvious mutual dislike, and both parties later admitted it was one of the worst experiences of their careers. Number 2. Quentin Tarantino snaps on Channel 4. In another chaotic Channel 4 interview, Quentin Tarantino lost his cool when asked whether there's a link between on-screen violence and real-world aggression. Tarantino had had enough. "I'm shutting your butt down," he shouted. The interviewer kept pushing, and Tarantino kept snapping. It was less of a discussion and more of a live explosion. Critics were divided. Some blamed the host for baiting him, others blamed Tarantino's ego. Either way, the interview is one of the most infamous in film history. Number 1. David Letterman vs. Joaquin Phoenix. In 2009, Joaquin Phoenix appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman, looking, well, completely unrecognizable. Sunglasses, a huge beard, barely responsive. Fans were confused, Letterman was roasting him, and Phoenix was mumbling incoherently. What viewers didn't know was that Joaquin was in character for a mockumentary called I'm Still Here. But at the time, it seemed like a career-ending breakdown. The painfully awkward exchange ended with Letterman famously quipping, "I'm sorry you couldn't be here tonight." In hindsight, it was genius performance art, but in the moment, it was the most uncomfortable interview on live television. Celebrity interviews are supposed to be polished press opportunities, but when egos clash, questions cross the line, or emotions take over, things go from smooth to scorched earth in seconds. From passive-aggressive shade to full-blown meltdowns, these moments prove that live interviews can go horribly wrong in the blink of an eye. And in the age of viral clips, nothing stays hidden. Which interview made you cringe the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you love seeing the cracks behind the Hollywood smile, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking, awkward, and unforgettable celebrity moments.